and making these bets based on who you are at your core, it becomes unshakable. So if we want to navigate change, if we want to navigate uncertainty, if we want to get through disruption, if we want to get through a storm, if we want to get through adversity, unless you master your inner game, the wind's always going to blow you off course. The people that can stay on course, the pandemic for some, totally derailed. The pandemic for others, 2 steps back, and now we're back to taking 20 forward. The difference is, did they understand who they were, what they stood for? Did they lock in before the storm struck? And now confidence. Let's talk about the other side. I could just share the positive stuff. But when you write a book, here's what my publisher told me. The subtitle of a book is the contract that you make with a reader. Better Decisions Faster, my latest book, the subtitle is Unshakable Confidence When You Need It Most. That's why I'm telling you all that I could not have spoken the way I'm speaking today about confidence 3 or 4 years ago. A lot of these insights came from the process of the research in backing the book up to give ourselves confidence at our most critical forks in the road of business and life. And what I realized is gaps of confidence are all around us. And confidence is currency. Confidence is why we're all here. Here's what a confidence gap might look like in the workplace. Here's how it shows up and rears its ugly head. Obviously, we don't want this, and this is not a Seagate piece. This is a national workforce piece. Let me show you a little bit of research that I found on confidence gaps. In an org chart, top down, 85% of leaders lack confidence in their people. Not good. Well, that's downstream. What about upstream? A little bit better. 76% of people lack confidence in their leader. Again, this is not Seagate. This is national, okay? Not so fast, Paul. Okay. And then here's the silent killer. 85% of people lack confidence in the mirror, in themselves. Here's your summary. How can we win? How can we grow? How can we produce? How can we perform when confidence gaps are around us every day? And today, let's spend some time on winning this game of inches and closing our gaps. The gaps or the decisions, it's the moments, it's the small stuff that makes all the difference. And I told you some of this came from NFL and NBA. If you think about professional athletes, this is literally the top 0.0001% of the world at what they do. So what you cannot say in college versus high school versus the pros, college and high school, they're so much better than everybody else. Gifts, talents, abilities, and skills, that's how they separate. But now, welcome to the major leagues. When you work for a company like Seagate, when you are in the NFL or NBA as an athlete, I'm sorry, your gifts, talents, abilities, and skills, it's really hard to separate because you're already working with the best of the best. So how do you separate? How do you? And what I realized with these athletes is it was this sense of unshakable confidence. It's the bounce back muscle where when something bad happened, they just moved forward. When something good happened, they stayed humble and it was next play. There's this beautiful sense of equilibrium. There's this beautiful sense of neutrality that they don't get too high, they don't get too low, they keep moving forward. And that's the spirit of playing offense. So here's a formula that I'm super stoked to share with you. Now we're going to start engaging with one of your pieces here. This is a formula that I have coached to Navy SEALs, Olympic athletes, Shark Tank entrepreneurs, Fortune 100 CEOs. And now it's our turn. Here it is. This is how you build and sustain unshakable confidence. Confidence equals values times action. The multiplication is how consistently you do it. Show me a person that takes consistent action on their values. I will show you a confident person. Show me a team that takes consistent action on their values. I will show you a confident team, period, full stop. This is what we're doing. So if you already know one of your core values, cool, stick with that. But just in case, if you want to do a reset,